Hello, Jane Fays here from Sydney, Australia. Just recently I collected a lovely lot of poster art from a pole that was in a laneway in Melbourne where we were visiting for work. I was brave and stripped off a whole lot of lovely bits and pieces which I love to use in my collages. So I thought I'd just tear off some. I've been sorting through some colours this afternoon, and I just thought I'd talk you through a bit about what you'll find when you tear some off. As you can see, this particular one, there might be 10 or 12 layers in that, and when they've put the posters up, they've obviously used a very cheap glue. It's not designed to be permanent, and so often you can just wedge your finger in and lift things up. It doesn't really matter if some of them rip. That can be part of it. And then you don't know what you might find down in those layers. As you can see, there's some incredible layers there, and it's just really a matter of putting your finger in and trying to prise open. That's beautiful colouring in that. I don't want to sort of ruin that. You'll see that some of it comes off, and I have tried water, but that tends to weaken the paper and it really just does tear even more. I've got a few, I usually use my fingers, but I've also got a few implements that I can use just to more gently prise into some of those little gaps and see if they'll lift off. You can see it going down into there. We'll see what happens. So you're just really trying to get single layers, because you don't want it to come undone in your collage down the track. So as you can see, there's another layer in there, and some really nice color, and there's another one there. So it's a lot of fun. It creates completely unique collage material if you're game enough to peel it off a pole or a subway or somewhere that there'll be the posters. Some of these really are, I haven't seen many year dates, but I would imagine that many of I saw one year date was 2013. That's a pretty fragile one, but it's beautiful, and it could be standalone. And also, so some of the backs are really quite beautiful as well. I'll try and just go through. So this is a thick piece, but it's very fragile. I'm not prepared to pull that undone. I might put some glue in, matte medium or glue, just to hold that in as a complete piece. This was another quite nice piece, and as you can see, there's still layers on the back, but that would look quite nice. What have we got here? Another very old piece. Again, the beautiful tones in that old poster. Just numbers, and they don't have to be big pieces. This is a particularly beautiful one that on that side it's nothing really very exciting, but the colouring here is beautiful. So I think that's going to make it into a collage. And I mean, as I said, this is the sort of thing you can pull off sometimes, and you really just gradually wedging your fingers in, And sometimes you're sacrificing one layer for another. You might see a particular layer that you like. It is a messy job. Sorry about the fingers and looking very dusty there. Some bits are so glued that you can't get them apart, so I'm not even going to attempt that. But this piece is quite a bit looser, and you can just peel it off. Again, just putting your fingers in between some of those layers and just easing, you can hear that, easing that off. And so the glues are quite, there's some nice colours in that, and they don't have to go horizontal, you can put them landscape. So that's what I've been working on today, excuse the mess. And then once I've done that, I've actually collected them into themes or grouped them according to their poster, so that I've got all the same posters together, and that way I can come and get a collection from that particular one with the pieces all matching. So as you can see, I've managed to retrieve quite a bit of material so far, all putting, I hope that's not reflecting too much, that's why I'm tilting it up so that it's not hopefully reflecting into the camera. This piece is gorgeous. That's a wonderful piece, so I'm looking forward to using that. So as you can see, just colour grouped and or just the poster to bring, so that they, when I'm looking for pieces to go in a collage, they're in little family groups. So that's what I've done so far. My reasoning for doing it today, as you can see, some nice bright colours. I'm not really into bright colours. Some nice lettering there. I've recently done this collage. I've got this far, but really I found that I don't like this corner at all. I used a piece of my palette here, just a piece of paper, and thought I'd bring in some more red here, but I'm not a fan of this now, and so the plan is that I'll, you know, perhaps not with that particular colour, but, you know, just that's a nice colour. I'll be covering it up a bit with other elements. Here's a nice little piece. I don't want to rush taking it off. As you can see, very, very delicate. And not sure I'll get that other face off, but it's important to just, no, but I'll keep that, and then I'll try and lift that face off as well. There we go. So that can go in that little family. And not much there, really. That's very solid. But I'll bring in some other more neutrals in here. Possibly just something like that, just to cover up that solid black, and possibly something like that. So I'll just have a play with that. That was what started me looking, and I'll let you know how I go.